Okay, we are recording.
All right. Today is December 11th. We're in the middle of December, y'all. It is cold in New York City, but you and I and everybody here is warm. And it's Thursday, and it's the 14:30 UTC. It's time for the open spaces with Gimbalabs. Hooray! Hooray! You are welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Um, these are 90-minute sessions where we share space for learning, coordination, and decision making. We come together to stay connected, share updates. We all just had our little check-in, which was really nice to hear from folks. We've got new people here. Projects are being finished. We're exploring new and old ideas, and we're doing this thing called consent-based governance. I would call it a grassroots governance. By doing so, we keep Gimbal Labs aligned with our purpose or the purpose to provide open, replicable, safe spaces for people everywhere to learn, to explore, to empower one another to solve meaningful problems. And think about that. It's open. People are coming from all over. It's replicable. We do all this stuff out in the open. We document things. It's safe. Everybody, I feel safe. I hope that you feel safe too. People from everywhere. Think about all the people all over the globe that are here on the call. And we're exploring. There's all kinds of new ideas, feeling empowered. And then there are lots of meaningful problems out there in the world that can be solved with all these tools. Just think about that. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, we talk about the seventh generation. The seventh generation for me would have been about 1823. Uh, that's the seventh generation from back. So some guy in 1823 was making a decision that affected me today. I wish I knew the number for in the future, uh, but the decisions that I make today will be 150 years from now, like uh, making a difference for some person's life. Anyway, with that being said, Harsha, do you feel like we've introed it? Oh boy, did I lose everybody? Am I
You're
still
here.
around?
I
I'm
can hear you.
inspired. That was great.
Yeah, you're rolling,
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm sorry. It just seems like the time. It's December, it's cold, and I feel so warm and happy with
We better
everybody
make
here.
some good decisions.
Because I was like, is this supposed to comfort me, this whole seventh generation thing? Because I ended up in the fetal position the other day thinking about, what decision was made in 1823? I made a spreadsheet where it was just like, okay, if my ancestors all had a kid around, you know, 20 to 28, I think my parents were like 23 when they had me. Uh, like, okay, if I extrapolated back, I was with this whole AI vibe coding, it's just like, I want to make an app for generational change. And, you get into these weird conversations. Um, that being said, it's now 15 minutes since the beginning of and this is about the time where we start the next phase where we do, um, uh, where we do, I think it's a call to, a DREP report and agenda setting. Do you guys know that we have a DREP portal, um, and that you can share opinions and preferences and rationale for votes? I'm going to share my screen and go over to, or Harsha, would you mind sharing your screen and showing the DREP portal really quick?
Sure. Give me 1 second. I will open it.
So this is one of the projects of Gimbal Labs. uh, Along with support for our PBL and learning Aiken, learning Mesh, learning the Go language. But this one is about collecting our preferences for the governance actions. It's an open source project funded and built by members here at Gimbal Labs, namely Harsha, myself, Nelson, and Lewis. Um,
Yeah. So, just to go back, these are all the current proposals that we can vote on, and I'll just go vote on something that I've already voted on.
yeah.
So I'll just say vote for this. Yeah.
Yeah, and so basically you can write down your rationale. And so when our DREP, currently it is James, uh, makes makes these decisions, they have something to base those decisions on. If we don't really collect any rationales, then we figured that the community is not doesn't have one preference one way or the other, and we don't make a vote. So this is like one of those examples of tooling that we make to solve our problem. So this is an
Yeah.
example of a problem. Uh, and there you go.
All right. And then you can look at your rationals right here.
Look how fun that is. Love it.
All
Thanks,
right.
Harsha.
Mhm.
Um, okay. So so now that we've done our DREP report, if any of those are interesting to you, please go over and use this. You do have to be a yeah, just go over and use that if you like. So now we are gonna, I'll share my screen and go over to the Notion. So this is our Notion board. It basically shows all of the things that we've been working on and in various stages. Like here are 30 finished projects that we have done since we've implemented this system, the common era. These are all the ones that are in progress. Like I had talked about, this Cardano Go is right here. Our mesh, the space that we're in right now is managed through this one. But we have a couple that are in the planning phase, and we use this proposal to keep track of all the documentation, and we've got a couple that are wanting to go through this process of socializing and finding objections and consent, and we'll talk about that when we come up. But I think Lewis, I think you have one, and Ayomi and I have been working on one. So Ayomi, are you uh, ready? And who would like to go first?
I can go first. Yeah.
All right. Are there any? Oh, so is anybody here uh, 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 have other proposals? We are sort of closing down for the year. We'll start back up, I believe, January 8th, sort of springs to mind. Um, uh, but this is how you get things done in the Gimbalabs universe. And you can see by watching what Lewis is about to do how you do it. Lewis, how much time do you need? How much time do you want me to put on the clock for you?
I don't know. I wonder if we can do it in 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be like what our standard is. So I'll set the timer and I'll remind you at 8 minutes. I'll give you a little something. All right. Um, and would you like me to share the screen or do you want to share the screen?
I'll just share the screen. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
use your screen.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So this is the project proposal. All right.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
thank you, Newman. Thank you, Newman. So
yeah, you're welcome.
I'll start with a small story, yeah. My journey to becoming a blockchain developer on the Cardano ecosystem was mainly because of my mentor. He sent me a program by European Business Institute, the Bluetooth Haskell course, a foundation course. And with that, I saw like 7 years down the line. I think I'm on my third or fourth year right now. So what my mentor does is he's the director at one of the leading payment solution partners in Africa, right? It's called Tracom Solutions. So these guys provide PDQs, they write the code for the PDQs. Basically, they're into payments. And one of the other things they have on the side is an academy. And they teach full stack development. Now, early this year, they tasked me to do a presentation. I feel like my track record has been really good. So they called me over, did a presentation about blockchain, talked about cryptocurrencies, the programming languages, the different crypto wallets and whatnot. And they tasked me with building a curriculum, right? These guys are training full stack developers, as I said. So whoever gets who does really good gets to be placed in multiple different areas. So they have offices in Tanzania, Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda. The website is currently down. I would have loved to show you, but they're almost everywhere in Africa. Yeah, in Africa. So what this proposal is about is trying to find synergy, or rather, from what I've seen, is how these guys come up with a curriculum around payment. And I believe with a new policy, we can combine something really nice from introduction to like Cardano starter kit, for example. We proceed and talk about Mesh SDK
Nice.
and what's not. Yeah. And since it's a school, right, that means there's students enrolling in and whatnot. And in line with the new policy on for-profit kind of projects, we could charge the students a certain amount, or say a person get a percentage from each student, or I don't know. I'm up for discussion and see how this project can work along. Yeah. So in the document, Newman, I don't know if you can scroll up.
Yep. I'm going to share the doc in the chat as well.
Let me share their LinkedIn also.
I got it. I'll share it. Oh, okay. That's the LinkedIn for the TrackCom.
Yeah, their website is currently down.
Oh,
But
okay.
it happens.
Hey, there's an opportunity for a Gimbalabs developer.
Yeah. So, let me open my screen. Okay. Yeah. So these guys do a lot of things, yeah. And they want to switch from the normal financial institutions to blockchain and cryptocurrency. So I thought it would be a great idea if I brought this to Gimbalabs and the team. I feel like if we build something really good, we can build it on top of Andamio with the new protocol, the new version, yeah. As well
Yeah.
as I was even thinking about the Vespa, what do you call it? One of the
Yeah, the
milestones
Vesper wallet.
Is to have geographical meetups or something. I don't know.
That's right.
I'd like to hear a guy's opinion, thoughts. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you have a round of check-ins?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, exactly. Based on this, so as a part of the consent-based decision-making process that we borrow loosely from a thing called Sociocracy 3.0. And what we do now, so Lewis has just given us a presentation. We've shared some of the documentation. What we do now is a clarifying question round. Based on what you heard and what you're looking at, if you're looking through the docs or the links that we've shared in the chat, do you have any questions? And I'll ask for raising hands, and then we'll go through another round. So if you have something burning that you want to talk about, uh, you can raise your hand and ask it now. And then we'll do a round. We'll go through in the same order that we went through for the check-in, and we'll record all the questions and sort of ideas, and then we'll give Lewis a chance to respond. Harsha, does that sound right? Have I missed any?
No,
Have I missed
that's
any?
that sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so just a moment for any questions right off the bat. Yeah, let's get in a round. And the round can be like, a question or a reaction. It's like, oh, I'm interested in this, and we've got just the right amount of people here. So you take a beat and sort of explore your thoughts, like how you would express them. It's interesting what happens when a round goes down. All right, so I'm gonna leave the share on, and I'm just gonna go back to my notes to get our round. Okay, so Alex, and then I'll do one. Alex, what did you think about Lewis's idea here?
I think
Okay.
Alex has just taken a, sorry. I think
Oh, go
Alex has
ahead.
just taken a break.
Okay. Julie, do you want to jump in and take his spot?
I wish I could, but I really don't know enough about tech. But it's so cool to see all of these, to hear the story and, the progress and, the momentum you're taking.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good a reaction. Um, okay. Let's see. Oh, for myself, and thank you, Julia. Um, I really do think because it is a core thing for Gimbal Labs to do these um, local playbooks for introducing and educating people about like technology to solve problems, and that we have started off these things in Hong Kong, in Lagos, Nigeria, uh, in other places. And so I am curious if this would, I mean, it feels like it's a good spot. Um, I don't, I yeah, I'd have to look through the proposal a little bit more, but yeah, I'm curious. Harsha and then Aomi, just a reaction round.
My immediate reaction is that I'm not 100% clear about the what exactly the proposal is about. Like I know it says funded for, so is it like are we building a course, or at least that's the feeling I'm getting, and I'm
Right,
assuming it's a paid course. So Tracom seems to be like a pretty experienced organization in building these things. And where do we fit in? Where do they fit in? Like, I'm just trying to make sense of
right.
everything. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay. And instead of responding to each one, this is just a little bit of like how the round works. We'll go through the round and then we can respond to everybody at once. Ayomi and then Gideon. What do you think about about this proposal?
Okay, yeah. Funny enough, the question I was about to ask was what Asha asked already, but
Yeah,
I really did not really get the, I mean, I did not really get the clearer picture of it. Yeah.
okay. Yep. All right. And then Gideon, what do you think? Gideon might be away.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much simple. Um,
Yep.
Grace was trying to like, so
All right, you broke up there a bit. You can put in the chat if we didn't get to everything. Um, James and then Martin.
Yeah, Lewis, thanks for drafting this up. I think echoing Harsha, I recognize it's not a complete proposal yet, and there's details to flesh out, but I would really love to help with those details to really understand the goals of Tracom and really to support you. I'm really excited that you showed up for Andamio Pioneers yesterday because I do think that an integration or a new application, this is a great opportunity to try to build something like that. And I think it would be for Gimbalabs, I think we can justify maybe a project where a team of people here is learning how to build a custom app on Andamio and to deliver for a solution like this while you're building the tooling as we go. I think there's some really nice ways we could fit some pieces together. I thought of something else while you were sharing, but when I review the proposal again, I'm sure I'll think about it and I'll comment on it when I remember. But yeah, thanks for getting this started. Let's go.
Nice. Thanks, James. Martin, and then Andrew.
Yeah, it looks like Cardano is slowly coming of age with platforms. And I think, yeah, collaborations are where it's going in the next year. Looking forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Martin. Andrew, then Tigani.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Lewis. I always like hearing Lewis speak. He's got a very calm way of speaking. Thanks for the proposal. Yeah, it's a really interesting one actually, because I'm just reading through it now. So it's a bit of a paradigm change, really. I think forget me if I'm wrong, but you're sort of proposing sort of like a packaged course that would be paid for, you know, in a sense of for-profit sort of venture, which I guess we probably need to start thinking about these things from a Gimbalabs perspective. As James and Ash said, obviously details need fleshing out, but yeah, it's an interesting one actually. I think I like it. It'd be interesting to see where we go with it.
Yeah. Excellent. And Tigani.
Yeah. I was just thinking that it seems kind of quite narrow in scope, this one, because for just one company. But I think probably it would be kind of pilot for a wider adoption of the Gimbalabs platform as an education platform for other industries, for example, not just financial, but organizational and other things. So I think it's very interesting proposal. Yeah, that's what I think.
Nice, nice. Okay, we've finished that round of reactions and questions. Lewis, now is the time for you to sort of respond or to sort of take in that feedback and live on the air if you want to, talk about any of those things. Did anything jump out at you? Was it beneficial? Did anything come about?
Thank you once again, Newman. And thank you everyone else for the lovely feedbacks. One of the things that first came to mind was, yes, guys love this thing.
Yeah.
So whatever this whole introduction or this whole presentation today was to introduce the topic, yeah? I've been working on this for a while. I have a few iterations, a few designs. I've played around with this thing in my head, yeah? I have multiple scenarios of this thing, but I don't know which one makes sense per se, yeah? So I was asking the Gimbalabs team in regards to helping me formulate the whole curriculum from like start to finish. Yeah, see something that works. Also, James, thank you so much for helping me, for offering to help. I appreciate it. Yeah.
So
also, funny enough, I forgot to mention this. Yeah, and since these guys are in 54 countries or in 54 banks, yeah. These guys are doing 3 trillion transactions every year. So I feel like this is like a huge opportunity for like growth in terms of governance or anything in regards to their own space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Anybody else have some reflections based on that? I would, one of the things that we look for in these proposals, and this does seem like maybe it's a big proposal or because you've been working on it, but one of the things that we look at and we sort of drill down to, and it may be, one of those side effects of our sort of hurry up culture is it's like, what is the ask? And what are the resources, like in time and in treasury. Uh, and then another one is like, what's the first step? Like how do we get started? And one of the beautiful things, and this is, I think, what maybe James underlined was like, hey, like creating this proposal and which gives like a little seed to this thing that you've been thinking about a lot. Because I remember you talking about this way back when. And so for myself, and this could sort of transition us over to Aomi's project, like one of the things with Gimbalabs for me is building curriculum or building education. And I feel that peer, you know, uh, grassroots education where people get together. And it's not top down and it's open, meaning that the goal of the education isn't something that I'm unaware of. Um, that I maintain my agency and my privacy and my sovereignty. My credentials and my skills, those are all mine. At the end of the day. Um, so each time we come around for one of these playbooks, like the iterative change. So that it is an exciting thing, and I think it does fit in with our Gimbal Labs mission. All right. Any closing thoughts based on the discussion so far?
Lewis, what do you want to accomplish in December, and how much can we just start planning to go a little deeper in January?
Yeah. Yeah, Lewis, like what might be your next steps? Yeah.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James. First things first is to probably iron iron out the full proposal in depth, right? Because in my mind, one of the timelines I have is the September intake. So hopefully before the year ends, we iron out the proposal, and in January, at least we know, okay, this is what we're doing until this is what we're doing. Yeah, exactly. So iron out the proposal, figure out the timelines properly, how much resources we'll need in terms of labor and money. Yeah,
Nice.
thank you.
All right. And speaking, well, this is interesting. I can't. Okay. So I think, thank you so much,
Also,
Lewis. Thanks for everybody for participating in the round.
sorry,
Oh, go
before
ahead.
before I forget to mention, yeah. Also, before the year ends as well, I'll have to forward this whole proposal to these guys as well. So we start the whole conversation properly in January. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Uh, let's let's move. Okay. So let's go to our next agenda item. Harsha, you think are you ready to transition over? And
Oh
Aomi,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
All right, all right. Aomi, what do you think? How much time do you need? Let's talk about this, what we've been working on.
Yeah, sure. Um, Good day, everyone once again. The end of the year proposal, right?
Yeah. And I'll give you like 8 minutes, or let's just put 8 minutes on the clock and then see, and we can talk through what it is while I share this share my screen for this. Or would you like to share your screen?
Please share new man.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. So try to make this big. Can you see that? Oh, and then let me share
Yeah.
this in our thing. Here's end of the year thing. That's what we've called it. We talked about this one last week, and we went through and made some edits and sort of fleshed out the proposal. And we had a couple of meetings to talk about it. And Naomi, how do you how can we present it?
Okay. So guys, it's good to be presenting here today. And yeah, so this proposal, I just thought that okay, how about Gimbalabs have like end of the year celebration, just to like celebrate successes and how they came through from January to December. So we just have like a little way of celebrating ourselves. So then this proposal, I mean, this came to my head, and hi, and Newman, I've been like, Newman basically helped me with all of this. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think that's what
Got
I
to
think
this
just
out here.
basically answering that question of like what happened this year and 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 the let's talk about some of the outcomes um that we talked about.
Yeah, so please, can you hear me?
Yep, yep, we got you now.
Uh, okay. So we talked about a lot of things, but uh, should I be saying it? Should I be saying it step by step like this, or I should like give an overview of it? How should I go about it? Please?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. Yeah, like here's our title. A small, joyful, shareable media artifact capturing the community's successes, project, and stories from the past year. As like
Okay.
the
Yeah. So basically, we are looking at like having a video
yeah,
and pictures of achievements. Okay, for the picture, let me start from the pictures. Now we have like a graphic design, rather I said pictures, I mean graphic design. We have a graphic design that explains or give an overview of what was achieved. I mean, maybe like I think I am familiar with block twins, right? So one of the achievements by Gimbalabs this year is one the Gimbalabs program or Gimbalabs project. I don't know. Then some other
mhm,
ones. So we have like if Gimbalabs had like 10 of these things, so we have a graphic design that explains
right,
each of these projects. They would send it out with like an article or a blog post to all social media platforms. Then for the video would be like um um it would be like a a mix of all of these projects in the video. And but for the intro, Newman will do the happy robot thing
hmm,
with his voice.
yeah,
you know,
nice,
yeah. So it's going to Newman will like start an intro. It'd be like maybe hi, this is Gimbalabs. We're celebrating end of the year. I don't know how he's gonna put that, but yeah, Newman is going to like be the start the video, be like an intro. Then in between the video would have this,
oh,
we posted Newman created a poll last week where we asked people if they would love to like um what was the question? If they would love to like be in the video, and we got some
yes,
ton, I think about 13 people or thereabout.
yeah, that's
So
right,
now, so we are looking at okay, these 13 people could like say a few words or a sentence, maybe thanks for being part of Gimbalabs 2025. Just saying, for example, like something simple like that from different people. So we'll compile it together and then add it to the end of the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we will need a graphic designer and a video editor. So I don't know if anyone is interested, but I actually recommended Jethro because he's into visuals. Yeah.
Yes.
What again? Yeah, Newman.
Yeah. And you and we were thinking of so it's thinking of resources required. So we talked about what it might be, like some type of a video, something shareable. Actually, the Juke Boys and Shaggy uh expressed some interest in helping. Um, the but we also needed sort of a project steward or do the role of producer, and that would be something that you would do. That would be kind of your role. Um, and and then we talked about budget, and we were
Newman,
thinking,
sorry.
oh yeah,
Newman, sorry. You said something, sorry. You said uh that is my role. I did not get that part. What did you say?
oh that project steward, like what you're doing right now, like presenting the proposal, drafting the proposal,
Okay.
doing those things.
All
Um,
right.
and are you still comfortable with this budget? So this is one of the things that when we do the round, you can say, oh, this budget is high or this budget is low. But these are the sort of starting points. Um, I will put in maybe let's put in the Juke Boys Solidity Records. Because remember we had that idea of doing a like a licensed some licensed artifact or music. I would love to run through the licensed music with the Juke Boys. I really like their collaboration with us here. They're really because we're just looking for opportunities and to sort of play or to build something with the tools. So Juke Boys Solidity uh Records partnership.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. And also, we said that all of these projects that would be um included, we need to like reach out to the team lead or something so we can get the right words to put in.
Yes, exactly.
So I will need like list of or names of the project lead or something. So they would like send in like an overview of what they achieved from the project, and also we are looking at Newman. I thought we said we were going to like create a Google form or something where they will like put in the pictures from
Yeah.
the project. Should it be a Google form or something, or they should just send it maybe to my Discord DM or something like that, or the New Year server we created, New Year
Yeah.
this thing we created
Like,
on Discord.
yeah, how to gather the contributions. And I think, yeah, like a form would be good or send, I think a form might be cool because people love to, fill out forms. Um, a Google form, and that's simple and it's recordable. Or like or direct messages if you feel comfortable with that. And we have those names. Uh, of the people that responded to the poll, and we can collect names, possibly when people do the round today. Um, one of the let's think about. Well, we may be getting close to the round time. Yeah, see, here's our intake form. Let's talk about these risks because I think this is an important part. Oh, wait a minute. There's two things I want to talk about before we go to the round. And that is the timeline. So again, these are like when you do a round, sometimes it's nice to say, hey, you know, should the timeline is something like before the holidays. I think this is a bad idea. I think we should do it sometime in mid-January because then it sort of yeah, it takes the pressure off. Like we don't need another task before the end of the year. But it gets into that like this is the time of reflection for my culture. Not every culture does this, but if you sort of do the calendar year where for whatever reason January 1st is an important day, and I realize if you're in the southern hemisphere, that's the middle of summer. Um, but it's sort of the reflection time. Um, and then here are some of the risks and mitigation strategies. Like the project becomes too large. Like it should be a really small thing, right, Amy?
Yes, it should be a really small thing, but still makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. The other one is not enough community contributions. I kind of feel like we've mitigated that because we've gotten these 13 folks that say, hey, yeah, I'll do something. Um, Burnout and low visibility. This might be a good way to like, if we make something cool that we want to share, there's so many ways and places to share it, you know. Um, Actually, we were just talking about the Cardano form. That would be a good one. Um, okay, well let's do a round. Harsha, have we talked about it enough? Ayomi, do you have anything like additional that you want to add, or you think we're ready to get some feedback from everybody here?
Yeah, I'm cool. I think we should. Yeah, I'm okay. Are we like asking them if we should publish it this month or mid next year? And
Yeah,
mid January next year.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the things that in when you're doing your round, dear listener, um, here's some things to consider, like when in the timeline, um, how much and the budget, and like your Gimbalabs success uh, in 2025. So those are three things. If when you're doing the round, you're like, okay, you can have a normal reaction to the proposal, but then if you said something about the timeline, something about the budget, and then something about your success. What do you think about that? That is just we're just twisting a little bit the round. We're giving people a little bit of a task, but I think we can handle it. So I think I'm gonna go in the opposite direction, which is another thing that we do um, with the reaction rounds. So Tigani, what do you think? Have by way of reaction to this to Aomi's proposal here?
Um, I don't have much to say about it, and it's very good to document, uh, yeah, the history and the work that is done. So,
Yeah,
on the technical part, I really don't have much to say at the moment. Sorry.
perfect. That's good. That's good. Thanks, Andrew, and then Martin.
Yeah, thanks, Yomi. Yeah, I think it's a really important thing to do this. I really do think we should figure out the best way and get it done. Uh, yeah, I think we're great at building things here. We're not great at projecting it out there. I really like the idea of like a short Twitter reel, um, or YouTube video, but yeah, just like 30 seconds by each member, and that just totals like like a 4 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute video or whatever, something like that. I just think that yeah, it's really good. It would be a really good idea if we get that going. Jingles about I know. I mean, Gimbal Labs has its own jingles technically already. I'm not sure how much we need to overthink the music. I don't know. I just like the idea. I think we should roll with it. And I'm happy to do a little 30-second video
Nice,
of
nice.
whatever. Yeah.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Um, and remember, you can also talk about the budget and the timeline. Um,
Oh, sorry, yeah,
eh,
is it the last Gimbalabs today, or is it next week?
so it's the last official or formal. We'll probably get together on Thursday. I mean, what were we gonna do otherwise? Harsha, what are we gonna do on Thursday mornings? What? Uh,
I'm not going to see you guys. That's what I'm going to do.
well, the 18th. So yes. We probably we won't be starting up the Zoom. So yeah, today is the last day. Yeah.
So in that case, it's probably better to do it as like a year's review in 2026, mid-January.
Yes,
Makes sense to me.
exactly. Yep. Yeah, I'm feeling that might be the consensus. Okay. Martin, thanks, Andrew. Martin, and then James.
Listening in, I think I know not enough about this to comment. So
Well, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Um, but I just put a finger in this. I really think that Dandelion is a big success in 2025. So that's I would love to feature it if possible.
today,
Dandelion Light. Well, no, in this video, like just like that in my mind was like a big deal, especially last spring when we were putting all that together and getting that group together. Um, yeah, we want to promote that for sure.
yeah, I'm working on the interface part to make that really easy. I
Oh,
think we
nice.
are very close to making it possible for everybody to, well, with a decent server to start your own indexer. So
It's
yeah,
pretty incredible.
I mean, I'm open to featuring that. That would be
Okay.
nice.
Oh, wait a minute.
You're good. You're good. We can hear you and see you.
Okay, good. My volume just dropped off for a second. Okay.
You took off your headphones. Yeah.
Yeah, my headphones died. Hopefully you can hear me. My audio is
Yep.
still okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Thank you. And Martin, did you finish up?
Yep, I did.
Okay. Thanks so much, James, and then Gideon.
Yeah, I echo what Andrew said. I think this is really important. I think it's certainly a growth area for Gimbal Labs. So on whatever timeline proposers want to do this, I think this is one of those cases where Newman and Naomi move as fast as you want to. And Naomi, thank you so much for bringing this. I know that you're relatively new to Gimbal Labs. I appreciate you so much for jumping right in. And I think one of the side benefits of this project is it's going to help you get up to speed on what's going on around here.
Nice.
So I think even after we deliver this, I'm excited to hear what your feedback is and what your vision for the next few years is as we continue to make new plans. So thanks for that. I also, on a side note, do believe that every video Gimbal Labs releases should have custom music on it. And so if that's something that the Solidity crew wants to collaborate on, I think that's a nice little line you threw in there.
Yeah.
I've published some of my own music as beginning and end of Gimbal Labs videos just because I get a kick out of that, and I don't even tell anybody. But I think building that, right, like having a market for music makers to be making instructional videos just pop a little bit more is a really cool thing that we can be working on in the background. So yeah, excited about a lot of reasons for this.
All right. I'm going to Gideon, I'm gonna pause on you, and I'm hoping that Sam or Shaggy or our man from Solidity will want to talk right after that. Were you able to listen to Aomi's proposal? And I know that you commented on there. Would you mind coming off mute and talking for a little bit?
Yeah, I don't mind at all.
Perfect. Thank you,
Fine
man.
with Newman. Yeah, I really like the proposal. I don't have anything in particular as far as technical side and like deliverables we've gone through over the year, but if you guys to something to James' point, I want to point out like, hey, Solidity Records, we're definitely not the only music people in the community. And if anything, we would like to uplift all music creators. So whether it's beats you guys need or instrumentals or music you want custom made. We've got everything in-house to do that. We also have a large catalog of unreleased works. But we're a full service publishing house. So moving forward into the future for James and Gimbalabs, it might not be a bad idea to just, maybe work out some sort of arrangement where we're ensuring that like the work for hire contracts or all that publishing arm end of stuff is covered. Because one thing about, the music industry is a lot of creators buy, sell, trade, give away their music, and then it never ends up on like their discography or their professional rapport, right? So, we do definitely want to make sure we're doing it the right way. And yeah, that's all, bro. Like however we can help. I was down with it as soon as Naomi hit me up. Lewis told me,
Yes.
"Hey, bro, we got this plan." I was like, "Hey, I'm with it."
Yeah.
And Newman, what Aomi is trying to do here will actually help folks like the guys at Solidity understand better about like what sort of work Gimbal Labs does. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the year.
Absolutely.
Hey, this is the year in review type deal. So
Uh-huh.
I'm with it. And I really like the idea of having a 4 minute or so video because think about the shorts and the reels and the content you can just split off of that and break it up and throughout the year use it, you know. So yeah, however we can help. Just let me know, man.
Excellent. Perfect. Oh man, that's 100%. And I want to definitely shout out Lewis because it seems like Lewis was the one that like got the seed through to me and was just like, yeah, we can do some type of, real jingle or music. And then same with James. But we're still in the middle of a round. Okay. Gideon and then Harsha. Thank you, Shaggy.
So yeah, sounds good. Proposal is pretty it's a very good proposal actually, and it's something that actually really good for Gimbalabs, Labs, and yeah, it will actually make a whole lot of what's the word now? It's going to help Gimbalabs to be like promotion and stuff like that. So yeah, so I also wanted to chip in something that the 13 people Aomi was talking about that would like to be featured in the video. I don't know if anyone from there is from the Gimbalab block print community. So if I don't know because I didn't really see, I would have also volunteered to like also be part of the video. But if no one is from there, I would like to be part of the video as well. So I'll be able to like talk about the whole stuff we did this year at the Gimbalabs African Developer Initiative. So yeah, I just wanted
Perfect.
to say, yeah.
Yep. A big part of the success from this year in my mind. Thank you, Gideon. Harsha, and then I probably talked enough. Harsha and then Lewis.
Um, I actually really, really like this proposal. I just have a couple of things that I personally would like. You don't have to add it in, but this is just like what I would like. Uh, as much as we present the projects and put forward the projects to the world, this is all the work we have done. I also think it's really important to put forward the people that are behind the work because the people's stories are as important as the work stories. It can't just be like faceless work because people don't connect with faceless work. So the people are important. And one other thing that I would like is I want to know genuinely why people stick around. I think this project is an opportunity for that. Like, for example, we used to do you and I, Newman, we used to do this workshop, right? Where we are like, why are you here? Like, what keeps you here? That kind of thing. I think this would be an opportunity to find out why people are here, why they stick around, what they are looking forward to, and things like that. And all of
Yes.
this will make the whole story that we are telling more meaningful to the community, wider community, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful. Thanks, Harsha. That's great. Lewis. And then if you like
Yeah,
Julia. Yeah, and then if you like Julia.
thank you, Newman. I keep saying I'm always at the right place at the right time. Yeah, that's why I discovered this proposal and had to hit up Shaggy Rax. So, right place, right time. Number two, I like this project because I'm thinking about this in a scalable way. Yeah. Imagine Aomi pulling up next year after we've piloted the Nairobi edition. I don't know. What the Gimbalabs in a year, Nairobi edition. I
Yes.
don't know,
Yes.
Nigeria edition. Africa edition. You guys, let's take over the world, bro. Yeah. So I
I
like that.
love it. I love it. Thanks, Lewis. Now, Julia, you're still here. Yeah. Feel welcome to pass or to comment in any way. Thanks for coming and being a part.
Right. And sorry, I don't have much useful things to say, but it's really helpful to see how you guys work. And I'm being a bit of a sponge, but really cool to see that, if it works well, then it can be scaled up and so on. Yeah, wonderful to see a little bit of your community. Thanks.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, thanks for being here. And I wonder if Alex is still around. Ooh, and I also see Alfred is here. So, Alex, are you out there?
Alex is not here.
Yeah, he left.
Ye-
Alfred, and then anybody else? Maybe Adrian?
Sebastian is here. Adrian is here.
Yeah, Alfred, and then Adrian, and then Sebastian. Alfred, to come off mute. He may be in the background. Adrian, Adrian, what do you think as far as
I
yeah,
like the proposal. Looks good.
cool. And then Sebastian, what do you think? Would you go on video? We'd love to get your Colombian voice on there.
Yeah, hi, everybody. Same here. I'm not opposed to a proposal. In fact, I'm a advocate of promoting the work uh, a project does. So this is a important step.
Next.
So, agree. Thanks a lot.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so we finished the round. Now, Ayomi, this is your chance to sort of respond. Was that helpful? Does it get you in a different spot? And then maybe like what are the next steps?
Yeah. Thank you all for your contributions and feedback. Um, they are all very important. Thank you very much. And the part of I think it was Asha that said that um, we should include the people behind each project. That really makes a lot of sense. And I think if I'm not wrong, I think the pictures that will be asking them has to be the pictures from, oh my God, English is hard sometimes. The picture the pictures that will be requesting from the project leads, it has to be the pictures of the people in charge of the project. Um, is that
Uh, yeah, yeah. I think what he was, yeah,
No,
what
I
he got.
didn't mean the
Yeah.
pictures of people. What I meant was like what they learned. Why did they get into the journey? Were they frustrated? Like what was their journey like, their personal journey like?
Yeah, I like
oh
that.
okay. Okay. All right, noted. And also, I would love to say that if anyone wants to like really get involved in this, um, we have the New Year celebration Discord server, right, Newman? So,
Yes.
so anyone that wants to like contribute or really get involved, you can always send a message there so we can like work together to make this a success. Um, I want to say again, thank you guys for all of the feedbacks. They are all noted. Thank you.
Yeah. And and for my part, um, I think, one of the beautiful things about this grassroots thing, and another way to think about or decentralized thing is that there are emergent qualities. And I feel like the emergent thing that's most exciting to me is this whole business of and it's not just music, but it's the idea of uh, like the contribution. So it can kind of even go into like normal contributions and keeping a record, like what Shaggy said about like getting into your discography. Like we're all creating a discography. We may not be music producers, but we write code and we write, we go on videos and we participate. And being able to record that in a meaningful way, and not just meaningful to the people, so to speak, upstream from us, like maybe advertisers that want to sell us things, which is not bad. We need stuff sold to us in order to make things go. But stuff like internal, like for our own, I think this gets to Harsh's point. Like there's an internal story going on for each one of us here. And we're all coming together to talk about it, to be a part of it, be a part of each other's story. That's the whole collaboration layer. So this is, it seems like our community is saying, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do that more. And then, uh, export it and say, hey, look, you can do this too. So if you weren't around in 2025, you have the opportunity in 2026. And then we can refine it. So all that being said, I really am excited about this idea of getting, music in the first sense, music into these videos and run through the system of how that works. Because I think it'll lead us to the next step. So that's my 2 cents on that. All right. All right. Yeah, and so next steps are please come and see us at the Discord and Naomi, let's keep in conversation and we'll try to make that form and get some other stuff. We'll get in touch with Jethro maybe. And then yeah, and I think as far as like who can make a video, who is our
Hey, Newman,
videographer?
do you think we have reached consent on this proposal?
Oh, let's do a consent round, of course. Yes, 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 yes. The one thing I have is I want to have, so we, yeah. Uh, as far as I would want, uh, we need to get we need to get, okay, so here's a little point about like consent. Um, like when are proposals ready for consent? When the details, especially the commitments from the individuals. I know that Aomi has made the commitment to be this project steward, and then the budget. Like we need to know what the budget is. If we were to consent right now, I would take the top end of the budget timeline. So it'd be 600 ADA and Aomi being the producer. That could be ready to consent. That's my thought. Aomi, what do you think? Are we ready to consent?
Yeah, Newman, we're ready to consent.
Okay. All right. So let's do a consent round. And we've got 15 minutes to the end of our 90-minute session. This would be plenty easy enough time. Now, a consent round is a little different than a reaction round. It can go very quickly. Basically, it says what we're asking you is, do you have any objection to the proposal as it stands? Um, uh, so you can just say no objections, or I have an objection. It is something like this. Um, are we ready? Yeah, there's some thumbs up. Okay, let's do it. And I'm going to go in the order of my. You can also pass. I'm looking at Tigani. There's somebody in the chat. Let's see. Okay. 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 Oh, nice. Okay. So Liddy Records is saying that they don't need any financial, no ADA contribution, that they're happy to be in support. Okay, that's great. All right, so Sebastian and then Shaggy. We'll do a little quick round, and you can say pass, I have an objection, or I have no objection.
No objection.
Okay, Sebastian, thank you.
I consent. No
Shaggy.
objections.
No objection. Okay. Martin and then Lewis.
Let's do it.
All right. Nice, Martin. Then Lewis.
All I'm hearing is Nairobi edition, let's do it.
Nice, nice. Julia and James.
Julia said
Julia.
no objection.
Okay,
No
perfect.
objection. But then I don't know enough about the proposal, so I should pass. But so I'm on the borderline between no objection and pass. I'm sorry.
Excellent. Thank you for participating. All right. James and then Gideon.
Julia, thanks for exploring that borderline with us. And
Yes.
yeah, no objections here. Enthusiastically support this.
Nice, nice. All right. Gideon and then Andrew.
Yeah. No objections.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys are happy with what resources you put in, and certainly no objections from me. If everyone's happy, then go for it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Alfred, then Adrian. Alfred might be listening in or can come off mute. All right. Adrian, and then Tegani.
No objections.
Nice. Thanks, Adrian.
I have no objection. I don't know why I'm getting to vote, but I vote yes.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's okay, and I'll just take a little moment here because it's not a vote. It's just like as a community member, you can say,
Absolutely.
did you guys think about
It's,
this? And like I have an objection.
it's
Yeah, it's one of
a very good idea, I think.
yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay, cool. It's more like an advice process. We don't want it to be like voting. This is definitely not voting. Voting isn't we don't like voting around here. Okay, so Harsha, did you go?
No objections from my side, and I think 600 data sounds good as well. Yep.
Yeah. I'm hoping that we can get by with 600 data. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right. It feels like we can celebrate. All right, we'll move this proposal, and I want to do this on the video because it's so much fun to do. Oh, we can't do it on the because I didn't put it in Notion. It's a Google thing at the moment. So
Boo. Okay.
that's a bad thing. We'll still do it. We'll still celebrate. We'll still celebrate with some emojis in here, some reactions. All right, all right. But thank you so much for playing
The consent
decentralized
game.
Gimbalabs governance game. All right. Now we're sort of putting a wrap on 2025. This might be this is the last of the open spaces. Harsha, what did you think? I think that was
I
a
enjoyed
pretty
it a
good
lot.
season.
Yeah. It's been a great year to be fair. I mean, I had a lot of fun this year, so yeah.
I did have fun. It was fun. I feel like I'm feeling better behind behind the Zoom, And look at we've got 15 folks here and Aomi's here. What's up, Aomi?
So we've agreed that it will be mid next year, mid January, right?
What was that?
Did we agree it's going to be mid January?
Oh, yeah. Let's look at our schedule. The next one, I believe, will be
I've got January 8th circled right here. Does that sound right?
yeah, that sounds right.
Yep.
Let me
Yep.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that. Just so I understand, there's no Gimbal Labs meetings between now and then.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
We're
It's likely that some project groups will meet up and do stuff. I know that adjacent to this, we're going to do the Ondamio Pioneer sessions next Wednesday, just like we did yesterday. So just be in touch on Discord. But for this session, yeah, we're going to take a break, a little extended break from the governance sessions.
yeah.
So that would be the open spaces and tech stand up on pause for right now.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. January 8th, will be the first Thursday. January 1st is Thursday. And yeah, we'll call it season 6.2. We kind of follow a school calendar, so it's sort of like this one goes with that one. And then
Semester break happens right now.
yeah,
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 we had a good fall semester.
yeah, yeah. And I didn't like it. It'll give us a chance to like work on personal projects and sort of reflect. That's a great thing to have this end of the year project, reflection
And yeah,
time.
Aomi's clarifying the question too. In terms of the publishing, what I understood from that conversation is you as the producer, you can decide when it's ready to release, right? So if you want to race the clock and do it this month, that's okay. But if it makes more sense to gather the input from everybody and release things in January, I think that's great.
Yeah, yeah. And then we'll like Harsha and I and the rest of us will we can decide if we want to do because last January we had like special governance sessions. Remember we had Nori come and facilitate um, you know, a I think it's called driver mapping, where we get into that like, hey, why are you here? And what's James, what was your phrase that you would say? Like, how do we want to spend our time? That was another great Jamesism. He's like, all right, we're all here together. How do we want to spend our time? Like that's the ultimate thing of like and from my perspective, like what governance is about. Why we go through these proposals. We're talking about how we spend our
Yeah, you
precious
put a
time.
lot of trust in somebody when you risk spending 90 minutes every Thursday with them. Saying collectively, right? We just spent a day of humanity by being here together. I hope we
That's
used
right.
it well, right?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, big investment.
Right on. Right on. But I do think I'm really looking forward to looking back and seeing like month to month, like what went on. I plan on using the Discord because you can search for like what posts went on in Discord. Uh, I'm thinking of a coding project to ingest all those posts and figure out like what the top post was in the month, like which had the most
Like
engagement. We
a
could do that maybe
like
with
a
Twitter.
Discord API, like a scraper for the Discord. That would be great if you can
Wouldn't that
figure.
be cool? And then, because that's what Discord itself did. Like if you look at Lewis's uh profile icon, he's got like a little thing. And did you guys all get that where it like took you through like who you spent time with, all that sort of stuff? Did you do that in Discord?
Or
Yeah.
the
Like,
Discord checkout.
yeah, there it is. Yeah. So something like that. And those are the ideas that I come here for. Like, is that a silly small problem? Like to reflect on where we spent. I spent close to an hour every day. I spent like 360 hours in calls, Discord voice chats, which I thought was like, whoa. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the opportunity to reflect and whatnot. But I know it's easy to say goodbye, or it's easy to continue to say goodbye, but I think we should break.
Very
Harsha,
good.
let's turn off the thing and
All right. And we'll be over in the Go session.